Into some single-seater action now as the Investchem Formula 4 Duratec class hit Cape Town for the first time this season. One of the most interesting categories, and of course a big starter for anybody that wants to look to head to F1. Speaking of starts, Matthew Merton coming straight off the line and looking good, but he is going to be pushed hard by a Cape Town maestro. Julian van der Walt on this circuit is going to be a tough man to beat, but you can see he's in the thick of it as we go down into turn one for the first time. He sits in third place, and it looks like it's all about the front end battle. Watch out for Nicholas Van Wheelie. We're on board here with Giovanni Marvero a bit further back. Of course, he's going to be fighting for mid-pack honours. At the front, it's going to be absolutely amazing stuff.
Well, from that onboard shot, it just shows you how light these cars are. As he got on the power there, the car's squirming all over the place, so it shows you not as easy as you think to get in these single-seaters and go driving. But a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure you have to watch out for those wheels sticking out like spiders, though.
You can just see how hard it is. Van Scholz will tell you just how hard it is. He's come out of wings and slicks last year in Formula Volkswagen, as has the champion of Formula Volkswagen, sitting in second place now, fighting with Professor Precision at the front end, Robert Volk. And Van Wheelie and Volk are going to go at it. You can see around the outside goes Van Wheelie. New leaders, they go into Cape Town corner, but Volk comes straight back at him. And the two of them, you don't want to tangle wheels between the two cars. These things get just like that. Wow, that is a massive incident there for Van Wheelie. One completely second-hand Formula Ford.
Wow, so on board with Robert Volk there, just showing you exactly what happened. And we said those spider legs do stick out, and that is the consequences. And a big crash there for Van Wheelie.
Whatever you do, don't lock wheels. I think Werner Scholz didn't hear us because he's just done the same thing as they went into turn one with Matthew Merton. Here we see the onboard. Little touch between the back wheel and Matthew's right front, and that's it. You've got cars all over the circuit. Dean Fenter's out as well. Here's the replay from his point of view. He just runs ever so slightly wide, gets it wrong coming out of Malmesbury, and biggity bang into the wall.
Oh, you're on to go off track in these single-seaters. Check a flag out for Julian van der Walt. What a great drive, and all by himself up in the front. Some dicing though for the second place, and Matthew Merton going to hold on just ahead of Keegan Masters. So great action in the Formula Fords.
And the two Carters there, first and third. Matthew Merton, ex-champion, in second place. Dewald Brummer in fourth, and Robert Volk eventually recovered to fifth.
I'd say luck did play a bit of a part, but on the strategy we had, we did try to go for a better long-distance race. With the lower tire pressures, I think getting the distance in the race was better. Our times came on a lot better at the end, and I think I would have been a bit more competitive. But we were lucky to come away with a win.
That's his third win of the season in a row. Amazing start for the youngster, but let's see if he can do it again now. Good start off the line. He tries to go on the inside of the wall down towards turn one, trying to out-drag Robert Volk. I wonder if he's going to be able to do it, because it looks like he's looking across his shoulder, and he might have got through. Looks like he has. Yes, indeed. Van der Walt leads out. On his tail is Merton, and tucked in behind them, Dewald Brummer. Much better start there from that young man in third in the yellow and red car.
As they disappear into the smoke, he says it's all about luck. I tell you what, I think it's about skill for the youngster. He's a great driver and a big prospect for the future.
Have a look at that. Van Wheelie is not back on track. They couldn't find any spare parts for that machine. And of course that Van Diemen chassis of his is completely trashed. So it looks like it's going to have to wait until we get to the third round before we see Nicholas Van Wheelie trying to retain the number one plate.
There we go, Julian van der Walt up in the front. He's got the big number 41, putting a big amount of pressure. That's Robert Volk. And I tell you what, it's going to be a good action up in the front. Hopefully no wheels touch this time.
Yeah, that's what we're going to try and avoid this time, because I've seen some big crashes here in the past. But further back there, you can see just fighting for honours. Giovanni Marvero just not quite on pace just yet. 41 versus 42, side by side. Will Volk force the youngster? Yes, he will. He'll force him wide and onto the dirt as well. Sure, take that, Julian van der Walt. I don't think you're going to be getting a fourth victory in a row here, buddy. Unfortunately, you've just been shown the way around and out of Cape Town corner. Speaking of Cape Town corner, more action down there.
Well, I tell you what, great driving, Robert Volk. I knew if he was going to beat that man, Julian van der Walt, he needed to get aggressive, and did so. Up to the front now, and on board with Matthew Merton. He's also up into a good position, up into third place now, and Werner Scholz just ahead of him.
Scholz had a much better run here, I've got to say. Oh, Andreas Petro. No, that's Schofield. Schofield off there. I was going to say it looked like it was Petro, but it's actually Andrew Schofield who got it wrong down into turn one. Here's Robert Volk coming to the line to take the checkered flag. He's going to take race 2 victory ahead of Werner Scholz. Much better start and a much better finish from him as well. And Matthew Merton will finish up in third place.
So after his off-track excursion, Julian van der Walt finishes fourth ahead of Dewald Brummer, Dean Fenter in the 7th place. Good drive from Rick Morris.
And in the championship points heading into round number 3, it is all about Robert Volk, Julian van der Walt and Matthew Merton. But we caught up with Matt Nash to find out why he's stealing engines out of the back of other cars.
Fortunately, we in Formula Ford we have a rule where you can buy the winner's engine. So today we chose to buy the winner's engine. Obviously, it's you put your $5,000 down if you want it, and you can take it. You've got to take it now, though, and they take your engine back now. So that's why we're pulling it out now. But it's a very good rule. It's what makes the series so competitive. Engine's obviously the most important thing.